Hey, shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and you're watching the Ponderings of the Perkei Avot. Today we are in chapter 6, verse 6, and it's pretty lengthy, and it reads, Torah is greater than the priesthood or sovereignty, for sovereignty is acquired with 30 virtues, the priesthood with 24, and the Torah is acquired with 48 qualities. These are study, listening, verbalizing, comprehension of the heart, awe, fear, humility, joy, purity, serving the sages, companions with one's contemporaries, debating with one's students, tranquility, study of the scriptures, study of the Mishnah, which is the commentary, the Jewish commentary on the scriptures, minimalizing engagement in business, minimalizing socialization, minimalizing pleasure, minimalizing sleep, minimalizing talk, minimalizing gaiety. In other words, I instead of minimalizing, I think more of streamlining. Slowness to anger, good-heartedness, or the minimalization could also be seen as balance, as being balanced, and moderation. That'd be another good word, moderation. Slowness to anger, good-heartedness, faith in the sages, acceptance of suffering, knowing one's place, satisfaction with one's lot. I remember Rav Shul says, I've learned that whatever state that I'm in, whatever condition I'm in, therewise be content. If I have food and clothes, be content. Quality of one's words, not taking credit for oneself, likability, love of God, love of humility, love of charity, love of justice, love of rebuke. Yeah, love of rebuke. I love that. That you're willing to be corrected. You're willing to be, for somebody to point out your wrongs and your faults in a loving way. Fleeing from honor. In other words, that's another way of saying being humble, being, not seeking honor for yourself. Lack of arrogance and learning. Boy, I see that a lot of people when they have like a bunch of letters behind their names and they've been to school for 20 years, they can get pretty cocky and arrogant, thinking they know more than everybody else. So lack of arrogance and learning is important. Reluctance to hand down rulings. Not being quick to judge, and taking it a very serious matter if you have to judge on a situation or dispute. Participating in the burdens of one's fellow, judging him to the side of merit. In other words, giving the person the benefit of the doubt, correcting him, bringing him to a peaceful resolution of his disputes, deliberation and study, asking and answering, listening and illuminating, learning in order to teach, learning in order to observe, wising one's teacher, exacting in conveying of a teaching. In other words, being exact when you quote or relay a teaching of someone else. And saying something in the name of its speaker, giving credit where credit's due. Thus we have learned, one who says something in the name of its speaker brings redemption to the world, as it is stated, Esther 2:2. And Esther told the king in the name of Mordecai. So one thing that was pretty amazing about Yeshua is he didn't quote a lot of prophets. He didn't quote a lot of other rabbis and sages and teachers. Everybody else in his day spoke in the name of this rabbi or this sage or this ruler, this leader, whatever. But people kept on saying over and over and over, never a man spake like this man. John 7:46. And Yeshua often said, you have heard it said. In other words, somebody else said this, but I say unto you, this is what I say on the matter. And he was the Messiah. He was God in the flesh. So he could do that. Yeshua, our redeeming Messiah, spoke on God's behalf and spoke on no other's behalf. Therefore, his words had chayim. His words have had life. John 12:49. For I have not spoken of myself, Yeshua says, but the Father which sent me. He says, I didn't come in the name of a sage. I didn't come in the name of a rabbi. I didn't come in the name of a prophet. I came in the name of God himself. The Father which sent me, he gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. John 10:10. I am come that you may have life and that you may have it more abundantly, or that you may have it to the full. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. See you next time on Ponderings of the Perkei Avot. Shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and I'm the founder of Abraham'sDescendants.com. As believers in Messiah Yeshua, we do our best to live as the first century believers lived, yet in an acceptable 21st century way. And we also desire to walk in the footsteps of Yeshua our Messiah by walking in and following in the Torah. And one of the foundational core things that helps us accomplish this is Bible study. study, Torah study. And we have a tradition in Messianic Judaism to study the 5 books of Moses throughout the year through the Torah portions. And with these Torah portions, there are sections of the prophetic writings that link up to the subject matter of the particular Torah portion for that week. And as believers in Messiah Yeshua, we also include readings from the Brit Chadasha, otherwise known as the New Testament. So each week we have a Bible study going through the Torah and a portion of the prophets and a portion of the renewed covenant. So within a year, we can cover the majority of scriptures. And these are the foundational scriptures that we try to apply to our heart and to our life and to our mind, that we try to walk out daily. And I would like you to join me each week on my website, abrahamsdescendants.com. Under the Torah portion tab, I have a written commentary of every Sabbath's Torah portion, of the Torah portion, the half Torah portion, which is the portion from the prophetic writings, and the Brit Chadasha portion, which is a commentary from the renewed covenant scriptures, the New Testament scriptures. And also, I try to make a weekly video commentary of those exact same Torah portions. So join me each week and increase your learning and increase your faith and increase your knowledge and increase your ability to walk out the Torah as Messiah did in a 21st century way. Hey guys, thanks so much. Shalom, Shavua Tov.